We're going to continue our series, Searching for Heroes. Searching for heroes. And on the internet, I asked the question, who is your favorite superhero? Got a lot of different answers. Some people said, of course, Batman. All right, Batman fans around here. Some people put out there Superman. Others put out Mighty Mouse, which is quite interesting. I mean, Mighty Mouse is cool, but in my book, he's still a rodent, so nothing super about him. Underdog. Some people put out Underdog. And Wonder Woman. The bracelets. I like all those heroes, but my favorite hero, my favorite superhero is, I want you to guess, who's my favorite superhero? Jesus, that's the Sunday school answer. He's a good superhero, but no, not Green Lantern. Somebody said it. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man. And I'm going to tell you why Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. It's not because of the webs flying out of his wrist. It's not because he can scale walls or swing from building to building. The reason why I love Spider-Man is because he's just an ordinary guy like me. See, Superman acted like a geek, but he really wasn't. Batman had a bunch of psychological issues, but he was a multi-millionaire. He could just kind of spend money to chase the pain away. But Spider-Man had a lot of issues. He had a messed up job. His boss was all mean, J. Jonah Jameson. Parker, get in here. I don't have a mean boss, but work is hard sometimes. Spider-Man had to take care of his elderly Aunt May, help her pay the bills. He also had to keep up with his classes, which I have to keep up with my classes. He also had problems with his love life. He had this crush on this girl, Mary Jane. So Spider-Man had to deal with real life, and on top of all that, you got all of these crazy supervillains coming out of all kinds of directions. He has to fight them and save the day and then get back home to write his paper. So I like Spider-Man because he's an ordinary guy just like me. He's not the obvious choice for a hero. And today we're going to talk about another hero who wasn't the obvious choice for a hero. And his name is Ehud. Everybody say that. Ehud. Ehud means one. Kind of like that Jet Li movie. We're going to go into our scriptures and we're going to learn about this unlikely hero. We're going to go to Judges 3. Verse 12 should be on the screen. I'm going to start reading at verse 12. Once again, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord. And because they did this evil, the Lord gave Eglon, king of Moab, power over Israel, getting the Ammonites and Amalekites to join him. Eglon came and attacked Israel, and they took possession of the city of palms. The Israelites were subject to Eglon, king of Moab, for 18 years. Again, the Israelites cried out to the Lord, and he gave them a deliverer, Ehud, a left-handed man, the son of Gera, the Benjamite. The Israelites sent him with tribute to Eglon, king of Moab. Now Ehud had made a double-edged sword about 1.5 feet long. which he strapped to his right thigh under his clothing. He presented the tribute to Eglon, king of Moab, who was a very fat man. After Ehud had presented the tribute, he sent on their way the men who had carried it. At the idols near Gilgal, he himself turned back and said, I have a secret message for you, O king. The king said, quiet, and all his attendants left him. Last week, we talked about the judge's sin cycle. The judge's sin cycle, if you can remember it, it goes like this. The Israelites begin to worship the gods of the other nations. God then says, okay, if you want to worship the gods of the other nations, I'll let the people of the other nations mistreat you and oppress you. The Israelites get mistreated, the Israelites get exploited, the Israelites get oppressed, and then they cry out to God. You know how it is, Lord, Lord, Lord. If you get me out of this, I promise I won't do that anymore. Oh, Lord, I know you're able, Lord. You can get me out of this, and I promise I'll serve you till the day that I die. You get in a desperate situation. Anybody here ever been in a desperate situation? I remember one time I was in a desperate situation. I had spent all my money on this girl, all of it. I still had bills to pay, and I got a carpool ticket. I was driving in a carpool lane with a teddy bear in the passenger seat. The cop stopped me, and he's like, sir, you're in the carpool lane. Where's the other passenger? And I just said, it's like, that's not good enough, sir. So I only have about $20 in my bank account, and I get slapped with this carpool ticket, which was like, back then it was like $275 or something like that. And I was in a desperate situation. And this desperate situation brought me to my knees. I had never prayed before like that. And so that's where the Israelites are. And the Israelites pray and they cry out to God. And God gives them a deliverer or a judge. What we've been calling a hero. The judge delivers the Israelites. He saves the day. And then the land has rest and stability. But then, guess what happens? They end up doing it all over again. It's like wash, rinse, repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. They can't stop.